We got some Sloppy Joe action happening. Yes, we do. Today's dish we're putting together, Sloppy Joe casserole. Sloppy Joe's, some noodles, some cheese, all that good stuff. Let's get everything out and put it together right now. Before we start, if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Give me a comment, thumbs up below. That helps the algorithm and that helps me. I'd really appreciate it. We're going to start with 1 pound of ground beef. Along with that, our noodles. And we're using Bowtie Noodles for this one, 3/4 of a box. Some cheese. I've got a 4 cheese mix. We're going to use a little Worcestershire sauce, jar of spaghetti sauce, a green pepper, some tomato paste, an onion, a little bit of paprika, some red pepper flakes. That's optional. Chili powder, mustard powder, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and 2 or 3 cloves of garlic nice and minced, and some salt and pepper. That should be all we need to put this dish together. First up, here's our Bowtie noodles. Let's get them into a pan, boiling water, a little bit of salt. While we're waiting for that to cook, our onion, nice and diced up, into our container for now. And that works out to about a cup. So depending on the size of your onion, you put as much or as little in as you want too. A good medium-sized onion should get you about that much. Our pepper, chopped up, seeds out, and I'm just going to throw that in the same container. Over to our frying pan, a little bit of oil. In goes our onions, and in goes our green peppers. And we're going to saute that, mix them around until they start softening up. Once we get to that point, in goes our ground beef. And we're going to stir all that together, mix it around until we get the ground beef nice and browned. Now on to our tomato paste. It says 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. And the problem is, when you only put 2 in, what do you do with the rest of the can? I don't know. I wish they'd come in half-size tomato paste. Well, onto our spaghetti sauce. And I put a half a jar in to start with. If we need more, we'll put it in later. Worcestershire sauce, about 2 tablespoons. Our brown sugar, our minced garlic, about a teaspoon of our dry mustard, 2 teaspoons of chili powder. Put in those red pepper flakes if you're going to make it a little spicy, which I am. Insert salt and pepper if you want to at this point. Then we'll just mix all that around, let it kind of percolate for a few minutes. Now here's our noodles, cooked and drained. In goes our Sloppy Joe mix. And then we mix it around. We'll put a good chunk of the rest of that spaghetti sauce back into the pot. Let's go over to our container. Spray it up, grease it up. And in goes our noodles and Sloppy Joe mix. It's looking good so far. But we're only going to put half of the mix in for now. We're going to make a layer. We'll spread everything around and get it as even as we can. Now for the cheese. And we're going to make a layer of cheese. A cup to a cup and a half. You know, whatever it takes to make that nice layer. And then in goes the rest of our Sloppy Joe and noodle mix on top. And you can see, it makes a pretty good dish. This will serve a bunch of people, so that's always good to know. You can half this recipe if you'd like. Looks good. Into the oven, that's going to go now. 375 for about 25 minutes. Easy peasy. And when it's done, out of the oven it comes. The cheese is nice and melty. Everything's all cooked and nice and warm. We're going to spoon out and get this into a bowl. Whoops, I just about dropped the bowl. And there you have it. Into a bowl, fork to go with it. Easy to make for a dinner. Sloppy Joe casserole with Bowtie noodles. Hey, another great recipe. I hope you'll give it a try. Leave me a comment below, one way or the other. Listen, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell because that'll tell you the next time I upload a video. Feel free to share this in any of my other videos. And thanks for stopping by and watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.